To stay relevant on social media requires utilizing Instagram. I would honestly argue that Instagram has a better potential for you to build a community and get those leads over Facebook. But having success on Instagram is going to require to do all three of the following things: create relevant and educational content, be consistent, and engage with your current and potential audience. But how do you do that in between client meetings, managing your team, or just doing your actual job? I know you want to use Instagram as a way to share and connect, but how can you do this easily? In this video, I will share with you the easiest way to build out your Instagram strategy that won't take a lot of time and that you or a member of your team can easily execute. Take action now. Hi, my name is Desiree. Looking to grow your business with better social media and content marketing? Take action now. Hit that subscribe button and the bell below. The foundation of anything that you are going to do on Instagram and all social media requires an effective content plan, which is why I have a free content planning worksheet that you can grab down in the description below. We will be referencing this in this video today as well. So back in the beginning of this video, I had highlighted three specific things: creating a content plan, being consistent, and engaging with your current and potential followers. So let's break these down one by one and talk about everything you need to do within them. I promise this is not going to take as much time as it might sound like, but it's gonna be totally worth it in the end. So first things first, we reference the content planning worksheet. This is where we dump our ideas out. What you're gonna have on here is like your brain dump, industry news and topics, holidays that are coming up, what has been working for you in the past and what has been working with you on a month-to-month basis. And then you're gonna track all of your numbers and kind of have an idea of like what it is that your objective is for the month. What is your call to action, the things that you're working for. And that's why this paper is so helpful for you, because you can just print this off and keep using it time after time. Really dump the ideas that are happening. Remember, dumping ideas isn't just like what's going on, ethereal stuff. It's like what is happening in your industry, what trends are happening, what seasonal things are going on. Really kind of think through what information, what education, what stuff can you be sharing with your audience. Now, when it comes to thinking through like what content you want to create and looking at a calendar and seeing 31 to 30 days can be really daunting. So I encourage you to break it down into different themes. Now, what themes are is it allows for you to have a specific reason or purpose within that day that kind of defines what's going to happen. So maybe you can stick to some of like the cliche ones like Monday motivation, Tech Tuesday, Win Wednesday, Throwback Thursday, Fun Friday. Now that you have your themes decided, you know what the day's purpose is, you want to have a mix of the kind of content that you're going to be creating within this. Within this mix, you want to include things like informational or educational content, storytelling content, answering questions, highlighting testimonials, and of course, you know, what's happening in your industry, news, that sort of thing. By having this nice blend and mix, it's going to allow for your audience to know you better, know your team better, and feel informed by your content. The number one thing though within all of these posts, you have to make sure that it's relatable. Don't talk too much industry jargon, don't go over people's heads, and don't just like be dry and boring. Really connect and be your awesome personal self that you and your team have really cultivated. You have your theme and you know the kind of content you want to be sharing within those themes, but you want to make sure that every post you create is purpose driven, which is why you want to have a very clear call to action. A call to action not only tells your follower, your viewer to do something specific like
go to my website to sign up or get a consultation call or buy from me,
but it also could be the other side, the social part, how you can get your audience to engage with you. These kinds of things can be encouraging your audience to answer a question, comment below about something, or hit that heart button so that they can like show interest or relevance. You want them to engage on that content piece because it's gonna kick the Instagram algorithm to work for you. The more someone engages with your content, the more it will be seen by them and their potential audience as well. So now we need to talk about the different media types that are available for you on Instagram. There's a lot of different things that you can do on Instagram to create really engaging and visual content. These mainly are going to fall into three different categories: a video, a graphic, or a photo. So a video is going to probably be a reel. Reels are the most popular and relevant thing on Instagram. They have come out and said very clearly, like, reels is where it's at. Reels is what we care about. Make all the reels or we're probably not going to really show your content to a lot of people. So you want to make sure that you're planning to create video reels as a part of your strategy. When it comes to photos, photos is actually the foundation of Instagram, where it all started and how it created. So what's happening in your office, in your life, on your journey, take pictures of it and share what's going on. Now you can batch this kind of content. So like if you're out and about doing something, or if a client does something, or you're just kind of building up your own personal library of photos that you can reference, then you can call on those when you're creating your content and putting your messaging together. But having the image library to help tell your stories is going to be incredibly powerful within Instagram. So graphics are going to be basically images that have text on them of some way, shape, or form. So these are things that you can make very easily with a tool like Canva or Photoshop, or if you use a scheduling tool like I do, like Sendable, you're going to have that built-in graphics tool available to you in that tool. What it's going to allow for you to do is have a different way to create visual content that you can resonate with your audience in a totally different way that isn't a video or that isn't an image. Now that we've talked about what kind of content that you can be making that keeps you relevant and makes it easy for you to know what to post, now we need to talk about like the when to post. This is the consistency part. And honestly, the secret to being consistent is in batching your content. I don't care what your calendar looks like. I don't care what your schedule looks like. I don't know if you're like, Desiree, I can post this every single day at 10 o'clock. I promise you, you can't, because your life is going to happen. Business is going to happen. Things are gonna come up that's gonna interfere you from the consistency of what you're doing. Batch your content. Ideally, you can do 1 week, 2 week, or even a whole month. Like in my perfect world, everyone is a month ahead on their content. They're spending a little bit of time every single week creating their content and building up their library. That way, if life happens, something terrible happens, or something happens with the office or with your home or with the person that's helping you manage it, it's manageable and it can still be there. You can still have that presence and still build that following. And that is why within the batching of the content, you need to have the other piece, which is scheduling the content. Now, what's really great about Instagram is that you can use the Facebook Creator Studio to schedule out the vast majority of your content. You can go in, put in your messaging, put in your media source, and schedule it to go out. Now, the one limitation though does come into with Reels. You cannot schedule a reel. All you can do currently is create a draft of your reel, and then you have to go into the reels on your phone and hit publish. But you can at least get those all made, so all you have to do is hit publish, making it very easy for you to do. You can schedule images, you can schedule videos, you can schedule carousels, you can schedule stories, you can schedule everything that you need within your content. So what would a content plan look like? Like how would the flow for making all this stuff work so it can be consistent? Well, I'm so glad you asked, okay? I want you to break this down in a Monday through Friday with bonuses on the weekends. Now, a lot of people don't work on the weekends, and I don't think that you should. So if you have that hard line, like where you're just like, I'm not even gonna think about this over the weekend, like really hold true to that. But you can, again, schedule out a presence through these scheduling tools like within Creator Studio, or if you wanna use a third-party tool like Sendable, which is what my agency uses for scheduling all our content out, you can do that as well. So here's how this is gonna look like on Monday through Friday. So on Monday and Thursday, I want you to post a reel. Now you will have known what reels to post because you're consuming content and you're doing all these different things. So have those reels ready to post on Monday and Thursday in your drafts, and you can just do a calendar reminder that says, hey, go hit publish, that way you don't forget. On Tuesdays, do a carousel post. This is gonna allow for you to kind of like have those different media sources to show. What I love about a carousel post, you can tell a story with up to 10 graphics where you get those swipes. So it's a different way for people to engage with your content for a long period of time. On Wednesday, consider just posting a picture. What's happening in your office? What's going on? Maybe you tie it into this like wacky Wednesday theme or whatever you are already doing for your themes, that you can connect it and tie it back to it. By having like a picture, it gives you a really great opportunity to teach your audience about something or tell them a story. And then on Friday, let's post a graphic. This graphic can be like a meme, it can be humor, it can be you sharing something. Just try and keep it light because Fridays are usually the day that most people are pretty checked out and want to keep it really light and really relatable. Now, if you're gonna post on the weekends as like our bonus content, I want you to do another picture and a video. Now, a video is not a reel, but it can be a less than 60-second video that you would post up onto your Instagram feed. You can post longer than 60 seconds, but I'm really gonna discourage you from doing that because long form content doesn't really have a place on the Instagram newsfeed. So keep it simple and keep it quick, but connect with your audience based on whatever the themes are that you've assigned. One of the great features within Instagram that is beyond Reels is actually the stories feature. Stories are just a fantastic way for you to have this constant FOMO driven relationship with your audience. And what's fantastic is that Creator Studio allows for you to schedule out story posts. So if you can create 1 to 4 stories within your Instagram plan, maybe it's even just like 3 days a week where you can connect and share or give a story or like have a full like start, middle, and end to what you want to share. But spend some time creating story content, but only as an added bonus. If you have to pick between like doing the 7-day or 5-day a week plan with the reels and the photos and the images, and like that's it, then that is okay. But stories are kind of like this extra added bonus to help you get that extra leverage that will help your page and your channel perform better. So how long should you be spending on this like every week? Because it sounds like a lot.
I gotta make all these reels, I gotta make all these graphics, I gotta make all these different things. Like how much time should I be spending on this?
Honestly, 1 to 2 hours a week. And you can even break it up where like a member of your team is handling the logistics. Like maybe you just like do reels and take photos and give the information, and then they execute it. Like they are the ones creating the graphics and scheduling it out and making it work. Find a way to really minimize how much you're doing by scheduling a time every single week. And this is my dedicated time to create my marketing, because I cannot emphasize this enough to you. You are your number one client. Like no matter who walks in or out of that door, you have to make sure that you're taking the time to take care of yourself. Even with me, this YouTube channel, this is the top priority of my business. I make sure to be here twice a week, every single week. And when I don't, I feel like a complete dirtbag because I'm not here to help you with what you're going through. So really remember that. So spend 1 to 2 hours every single week creating content and executing it into your strategy. Now, one of the things I get asked by my clients when it comes to creating content and being consistent with batching is the question of, okay, but what about being trendy? Because a trend has a shelf life. And a lot of people are like, well, but I mean, if I batch out a month of content, then when this post, this might not be as relevant or cool. It is more important to be consistent than to be trendy. Why? Because Instagram cares about you showing up, and the algorithm wants to know they can count on you to be there versus like what people might think about you being trendy. Because at least you're showing up, at least you're there, at least you're participating in these relevant things. Like they'll know what it is, even if it's maybe like outdated. I promise, show up. It's more important than being trendy every time. Every time. Now, the third part of our strategy is in engaging. You need to be engaging with your audience. This is a 15-minute a day situation where you are going and finding people to talk to on Instagram. Starts off by finding your competitors and also finding things that are related to your business. Like maybe if you're a dentist, you're finding other dentists to follow. Maybe you're also want to target like things that are in your area, by your zip code, by your city, by different hashtags that you're following that have to do with the local community. By finding those conversations to be a part of, it shows that you are active, and it's telling Instagram, hey, this person here is not just here to push out their agenda. They want to participate in this social network, and we like that. So when you comment and you engage all these other pieces of content, it gives you the extra little boost. And the best way to get all these people over to your page is to comment. So comment on the comments, agree with people, read stuff, ask them questions, really engage with what they have to say. Don't just be like, this is awesome, or thumbs up emoji. Like, don't do that. Be thoughtful and be intentional. Even if it's just 10 posts that you hang out on for that day, that is 10,000 times more important than just not being valuable, not giving that time, or not doing it all. So really make sure that you are calculating 15 minutes in your day, whether it's you or a member of your team, to engage with the audience and find people who will be interested in you. That way, the more you can find people to be interested in you, and that's going to tell the Instagram algorithm, it's going to kick it into gear to put your content in front of new potential people, especially from a Reels perspective. Now, I promise you, this is easy. Once you get this going, once you're working the system, it's going to be incredibly easy for you to make this work. Now, if you are still trying to figure out this whole Instagram thing, I want you to watch this video I have for you right here, which is going to show you where everything is on the Instagram app on your phone, so you can know how to use it and what the potential is for it, from creating an account all the way through navigation. And watch this video right here because YouTube thinks you are really going to like it. And until next time, I'll see you soon.